Hi there, Save with Crypto. Okay, so how are we all doing? Hope we're good, and hope you've got a good rocking trade going on. If you haven't, this might or might not help because I'm just looking at the challenge trade. This is the $200 account that's now up to significantly more, actually. And I took profit earlier on today, so I took $714 profit, and it's currently $797 in profit with unrealized loss. So this is the amount that we could lose if it came down, if I didn't take the profit now. Now I'm not going to take profit now because we're beautifully in profit, 111%, so that's really cool. What I want to do is to set a buy order around about where the CME gap was on Friday night. So I'll just show you that. So if we look here on TradingView, you can see that I've made this dotty line here at 23,260, which is where the CME gap was there. I actually can't really see it coming back down here because that's one mother of a drop, isn't it? It's like, well, it's minus 2.28%, so that's quite big for Bitcoin. However, that would actually still be within the VWAP here, and you know what happens if price comes down here, then when it gets into the green there, it normally bounces back up really well. Now, the VWAP goes strange at midnight. It does do this kind of thing here where it kind of resets, so that might not be totally relevant at midnight. But for the moment, okay, it could be feasible. Myself, I would tend to probably, let's say let's go for one of these lower bands here on the VWAP. So maybe something like right at the bottom of the green there, 22,953. I think that's where we should put an order in, 22,953. So I'm going to do that. What I need to do first is cancel this stop loss because that's going to get in the way. So I'm just going to cancel that. Now this, of course, makes things quite dangerous. So over here, I'm going to go 22,953, and I'm going to use everything we've got, which is actually with 10x leverage 13,860. So that's quite a big order right down there. I'm going to say buy and confirm. I don't know why that stop loss is still there. Let's try refreshing the page. It's been open for many hours, so maybe that's what it is. Okay, that all looks good. So you get what's going on here, right? So if the price comes down here, there's going to be no stop loss, but it could hit this limit order here, which would increase our position a lot, and hopefully we'll carry on upwards after. Now, what I really should do is set a stop loss just in case the price comes down and just goes through the floor. But at the moment, the liquidation price is 19,338, so I think that's far enough away to not worry about for the moment. What I will do overnight, if the price comes down here, that order fills. At that point, I will probably then put a stop loss somewhere in profit, assuming that we're above there, and carry on in safety like that. But for the moment, we just really need to see what happens because the price of Bitcoin is looking quite juicy to me. That said, we've not gone over 24 yet, which is one of those kind of psychological levels. So there is that to think about as well. So I can guess that some of you are wondering a few things like, did I regret taking profit this afternoon? No, not really, because nobody ever got poor by taking profit. So, at the moment I'm $714 up on this trade. Now, of course, if this just carries on going straight up, then obviously I'm trading with half the capital, so I'm only going to make half the profit. So if it doesn't come back down to the CME gap and then fill, will I be out of pocket? Well, yeah, slightly. Obviously, if I decide to put the rest of the capital in at a higher point, then I've missed out. So ideally, if you take profit at a certain level, you want to be putting that back in at a lower level to maximise your kind of gains. Like I said before, the whole point is this is a inverse perpetual trade. So you're trading Bitcoin against itself, which means if the value of Bitcoin goes up, so does your base kind of currency, if you like. So I do recommend, no financial advice, but I do recommend trading in inverse perpetual BTC USD in ByBit when you're trading Bitcoin in what you think is a market that's going up. If it's going down, I'd suggest that you use USDT perpetual trading, because the underlying asset you're holding then would be US dollars or Tether as the price goes down. So you don't want to be holding on to an asset that's losing value. But at the moment, I think Bitcoin is gaining value. So at the moment, I want to realise my profits in Bitcoin, hang on to them. If I decide to reinvest, it's already gone up a bit in value anyway. So it's all good. So I hope you understand that. Anyway, I just had a phone call from a friend. I was chatting away and talking about my last video, and I realised it's this one that I haven't actually posted yet. So I think I probably need to do this because it's now 23:11. So it's all going to happen in the next hour or so. So there you go. So the price of Bitcoin now is 23,855. This is really cool, isn't it? Because people were absolutely shitting their pants a little while ago, and it was down at $16,000, and nobody wanted to buy it then at 16,000. I did. Nobody wanted to buy it because they thought it was going to go to zero. And look, how much up are we from 16,000? In fact, you can even see that in ByBit if you come down to here, get that ruler tool over there, and go from how low did it go? 15,39339. I must admit I didn't buy it that low, but from there to here, we're now up 56%. That's great, isn't it? I know we're not 69.644k, but we're getting there. Don't worry, everything will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? So, if you appreciate that, please give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got a notification set and all. Leave a nice comment. You can probably tell I've had a drink by now, so please tell me what you're drinking if you're having a drink. I'd love to know. I'm drinking Sin Ostel proper job. It's an IPA ale. And and above all, tell your friends.